Do any of these thoughts sound familiar? What will they think of me? Was that too much? Did I talk too loud? I shouldn't have said that. Why did she look at me that way? If you've ever had these thoughts on repeat, you are not alone. These are very common thoughts with high achieving women, especially, and not because something is wrong with you, but because our brains are wired this way. Here's the truth. Our brain is designed to scan for safety, not success. And that ancient wiring creates stories that keep us small. The brain's default, our primal brain's job, is survival. So back when we lived in tribes, belonging meant safety, rejection meant danger. But fast forward, that's not the case, but our brain still treats every raised brow or silent response as a potential threat. So what happens? We then make up stories. And if you're like me, these stories are juicy. They're like, she didn't respond to my email. She must not like me. She must still be holding on to the fact that I didn't come to her party, but she came to mine. They didn't invite me. I think they must be angry with me. I must not belong. That comment landed wrong. I shouldn't speak up again. Oh my gosh, I wonder if they're going to hold that against me. I didn't mean to hurt their feelings. So these stories shape our emotions and our actions. And what they lead to is that then we shrink, edit, and hold back instead of showing up in bold and audacious ways for our lives. So I want to outline the cost of believing everything you think. When we believe everything we think, the cost is huge, especially in relationships. Our relationships become more inauthentic. I can remember in my first marriage how I would shrink in what I really wanted to say because I just wanted to keep the peace. I would replay conversations for hours. Can you relate to that? Wondering and questioning, did I say too much? Did I say it in the wrong way? Should I have been nicer? And then the good church girl will come up like, oh, was that Christ-like? Was I being in order, so to speak? Next time, just, you know what? Maybe I'll just stay quiet. Maybe I'll just fall back. So my ideas stayed hidden. The second area, opportunities pass us by. What would they think if I apply for that role? I've only been in this role a year, and typically people are in this role for 2 years. What would they think if I start that business? What will they think if I raise my rates? And so you don't. And someone less qualified but more confident steps in. Can you relate to working with for someone or with someone that you're like, I know that I'm smarter, and yet that person has been promoted faster and to higher positions than you? The third way is it erodes our confidence with the whispers internally of, am I too much? So you dial yourself down. Over time, you forget what it's like to take up space in an authentic way. The fourth way is our health suffers. You tell yourself, I'll never lose weight, so why bother? So you skip the workouts, grab the comfort food, and reinforce the very cycle you're trying to break. Meanwhile, every day, squeezing into your clothes, feeling like a stuffed sausage, questioning, why can't I get it together? The fifth way is our joy disappears. You think, she looked at me funny. She must not like me. You withdraw, missing out on connection, community, and maybe even a new friendship. And the last way that believing everything we think costs us is our destiny is delayed. We start thinking too much time has passed for me. I'm too old for this. And so what we really want gets buried underneath a story of how we have convinced ourselves that that's not possible for us anymore. Chapters of your life go unwritten. And the point is beyond feeling like your most powerful and amazing time is behind you. Believing every thought costs us our voice, our peace, our health, and our future. And the tragedy is, most of those thoughts aren't even true. They're just stories that we make up, and you don't have to live by them. In my coaching practice, I always tell my clients, first of all, to turn your cell phone off when you're recording a video. No, I always tell my clients that if you're going to make up a story, make yourself the star. Don't make yourself the victim. Don't position yourself as someone who's defeated. So there's a three-question framework that I want to share with you so that you can get your power back from these thoughts that you may be believing. You don't have to believe every thought. You can examine them with three simple questions that I want to give you. The first, what time zone is this thought in? Is it in my past? I shouldn't have said that. The future? What if I fail? The present? In this moment, I'm enough. Our power is always in the present moment because the present moment is where we can take action. Our power is also in how we choose to tell the story about our past. Our power is also in the future moment when we choose to tell the story about our future. I want you to understand that our brain has a default network, but when we design the pathways in our brain, we first recognize what time zone am I in right now, past, present, and future. What story do I want to tell? If I want to stay in that time zone, what story do I want to tell where it's supported for me? The second thing is, how does this thought make me feel? Do I feel contracted, constricted, small, ashamed, or expanded, confident, and free? Because this is the thing. When we choose to design our thoughts as opposed to allowing the default mode in our brain to just run on autopilot, we're also designing how we experience our lives emotionally in our body. This is where we can take our power back. The third thing, if this thought doesn't serve and support me, what thought can I access right now? Instead of am I too much, I am the right amount for the right people. Instead of it's too late for me, I'm too old, this is my season to begin again with a lot more wisdom than I had in the past. These questions are your reset button day to day. They bring you out of autopilot and back into choice. So for high achieving women, here's the truth. Your thoughts are powerful, but they're not always factual. You don't have to believe everything you think. And your next level doesn't come for waiting for better circumstances, wishing that you had done this when you were younger, wondering whether you're too old or too young, wondering whether, you know what, I've tried for example, to lose weight too long to try again. No, it comes from choosing thoughts that are designed with intentionality, thoughts that expand you, ground you, and move you forward. You don't need to buy another program. I'm not one of those coaches that's going to tell you, follow my steps. I'm a coach who believes that you don't need my program. You need to understand your individual programming, your neural pathways, the pathways in your brain that lead to things that you don't want anymore. And so you can count on this content, this next level show, helping you to understand you, helping you to understand your programming, and more importantly, helping you to interrupt the pathways and the thoughts that are creating the outcome you don't want. So listen, if this resonated with you and you're thinking, you know what, Cleidra, but you don't understand my life. You're saying my circumstances you don't understand. I want you to go back and listen to my video when your life unravels. I promise you, I understand. I'll put the link below this video. And if you're ready to take this work deeper, if you're tired of following traditional programs, courses, podcasts that try to get you to adopt a certain way or pathway, then I want to invite you to a next level consultation where I will take you down the pathway of understanding your particular thoughts, understanding what triggers your specific pathways leading to the results you don't want. But for now, for this week, I want you to really go over this three-question framework with your thinking. What time zone is this thought in? How does this thought make me feel? And if this thought doesn't serve me and support me, what thought can I access right now? All right, that's what I have for you this week. Thanks as always for watching. I'm Cleidra Gross, your host of The Next Level Show, and I'll see you next time. God bless.